Okay, now that we're past the slow torture puke chamber known as Blip, it's time for an old favourite. Christiansploitation. See Me Dance is one of the most badly judged films I have ever seen. It takes missing the mark and turns it into an art form. It's like shooting at a barn door in rural England and hitting a tree. In Brazil. It was written and directed by Greg Robbins, creator and star of Pastor Greg, the world's first Christian sitcom. Its star, Christina DeMarco, has more eyes than head, body or acting ability, and the devil is played by Peter Kent, most famous for being Arnold Schwarzenegger's stunt double. And you can see his cock in Reanimator. Ooh, black boxes. Greg Robbins also plays the dad. You might recognise him from being killed off twice in The Terminator. Now, I've read that he was uncredited in Reanimator as well, but I've never found any info about who he could have played. So I went through the film, and these people appearing on screen right now are maybe him as well. Now, this is meant to be a spiritual and family drama, but it's like an accidental reverse horror film seen through the prism of terrible comedy. You'll see what I mean. From pretty much the same font as Cats comes See Me Dance. We open up with the death of our main character's mother by way of a rage-fueled Optimus Prime.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Why are you doing this to me?
That's a question you should ask yourself.
He saw Maximum Overdrive. It changed him. This is literally 15 years before the rest of the film and has nothing to do with anything. My guess is they didn't script a mother for reasons and then added this, just in case we thought the dad had stolen the daughter or something. Slow truck attack! Or they just really wanted fire and didn't care they got it. Maybe we're meant to assume the devil caused the fire. Which makes me wonder why he waits 15 years to fuck with, hey, how fucking long was that car lying there for? That baby must have been suckling on the tits of her dead mother. Ugh. Dark. I love fake home video footage that doesn't match the period the footage is set as much as the next person, but for a change would you please use a zoom function? Oh, thanks. Now match it to the W and T in the corner of the screen? No? Fair enough, I can't win them all. You wanted to know how it's seen through the prism of bad comedy? Well, fuck you! Here you go. I added the laugh track.
Well, just keep it wrapped up and stay off your feet until Monday. You should be okay.
Yes, doctor.
Hey, girls.
Hey, Vince.
So how was Thanksgiving?
It was good, but now we have to go back to school.
Yeah, but just think, Christmas vacation is coming soon.
Woo!
Yay!
The whole fucking film is like that!
Allie, remember, stay off your feet.
Yes, ma'am.
Stay off your foot is code for walk the fuck out of that injury both before and after I say that line. Okay, movie, you're called See Me Dance. We saw her dancing as a kid, we saw her dancing in the credits, we saw her at dance practice, and we saw her tell her dad that she'll be really upset if she doesn't get picked up to do a dancing thing in the school, but only now that we see that she has a dancing studio in her house that I am convinced. Convinced that she has a bizarre interest in taxidermy!
No problem, Pastor. I'll be there by 7.
Thanks, Vince.
Holy shit, look at those guns! It's Pastor Asylum's answer to Carl Weathers! In a way, Sherry collapses from the strain of watching someone else film her dancing scenes. She went from not to really fucking rough in 6 seconds. They could have had her looking tired or haggard or something earlier, but no! They don't want any of that fancy Hollywood realism. Not here in Pittsburgh.
Am I okay?
Yeah, but the doctor wants to run a few tests.
Well, can I go home?
Although that's maybe for the best. This film's idea of making her look sick is making her eyes bigger. It's like they're gonna pop out of her fucking head and float away.
Well, Dr. Carl?
I put a rush on the tests, and she seems healthy, and she's definitely physically fit.
Well, I have a lot of practice.
At being physically fit?
This is ridiculous. We have to do something. Well, I can't just sit here waiting for the phone to ring for someone to tell me what's wrong with me.
Then what do you suggest?
The mall.
Wow, it's like this was directed by a middle-aged man who'd once watched a John Hughes movie 20 years earlier. Oh, wait.
I've gone over Cherie's test results, and I'm sorry, but Cherie has leukemia.
I've definitely got a rare form of leukemia that has no effect until you're almost dead.
Unfortunately, she's in the advanced stages, and treatment's not going to help.
I'm not going to die.
I know, I'm supposed to be serious. Okay, serious face. I'm fucking back.
Why do you have your dance gear?
Did you forget? Practice after school?
You think that's a good idea?
No, Dad. I don't think it's a good idea, but I'm doing it anyway.
I love it when a film dramatizes conversations that the filmmaker had before starting pre-production.
Will you at least pray with me before you go?
Pray. You want to pray? Pray that I don't have leukemia? Or that God heals me and takes it away?
Why is she discounting the possibility of miraculous healing? Apart from it being quite big in many Christian churches, her blonde friend's foot went from hideously bruised to perfectly fine in hours.
Have you told anyone that...
That what, Claire? That I'm going to die? No, I'm sorry. I just couldn't seem to fit it into the conversations.
Well, unless this is a high school for the deaf, they might have a clue.
Maybe you should find another friend, because I'm not going to be here much longer.
I swear, 20% of the blondes acting is them looking at each other and or shrugging. So why is what I assume is the devil hanging around outside the door and probably masturbating? Can't he see through walls? And I'm pretty sure he's possessing the dance teacher. I mean, look at her. Angry, butch, probably gay. She's either the avatar of evil or Eastern European.
We made it.
Yeah, whatever. Daddy, I'm so scared.
Can't you hear the emotion in my voice? Ah, yes, the sitting on the floor craze of 2009. I remember it well. Crazy days. You find a piece of floor, you sit down on it. She's very lucky to have a dad who's so down with the kids.
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Just let us love you.
Movies looking up.
Do you want to spend the night, watch a movie, and eat a bunch of
Vagina.
Sure. I'll call Allie and we'll be right over.
Best Christian movie ever.
All right, I'm out of here.
Hey, Vince, you look nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, got a hot date?
He's going out with Dr. Crow.
Shut up. You're dating Dr. Crow?
These girls are way too into this middle-aged man's sex life. It's almost as though he wrote their lines.
Their third date in 2 weeks.
All right, I'm out of here. You guys can abuse me when I get back. I don't think Cherie liked it that we're seeing each other.
Do you think she has a problem with me?
No, I don't think that's it. Cherie's a lot like her mother in that way.
Her mother also didn't like me dating other women. Am I mad, or wouldn't there be issues with a doctor dating the father of a dying teen that she's treating?
Look, I am so glad that we met, and I think that we have something here that could become very special. But we did meet under very difficult circumstances. And you're right, Cherie does need you. All of you.
All of him? Is this another mother-daughter parallel? Because movie, you go into some weird places. Aw, they kept the lights on in a vain attempt to stay awake while watching a distant thunder. Hey, at least turn the light out, you dick! What? What? Really? Is that even possible? Jesus! Apparently, the movie was too cheap to afford darkness! The next morning, it's time for church and unexplained psychic abilities.
What's my dad gonna do without me?
I'll be fine.
What?
We have found the witch! May we burn her!
Dad? I'm going to die.
Oh, yeah, I forgot emotions. Ooh, I am so sad. I swear her eyes are bigger than her brain.
Well, what I want is simple. But what do you think God wants me to do?
He knows everything and can do whatever he likes, so clearly he wants you to die!
I don't know, but, what do you say we ask him and get to church, okay?
Oh, sweet, their church is so important that God comes down and does a Q&A. But do you know what's more exciting than God? Cutting right to that night and watching them psychically share a fucking dream. A dream where one of the identical blondes is desperately trying to act like she's drowning in a foot of water.
Save me!
Synchronized rescue, away! I think this means that if the devil turns into a giant monster, they're technically drift compatible. Look at that clock. That is literal day for night without the filters.
You walked away.
Why does the dream look better in flashback? Now I feel cheated. So in literally hours, the dad has turned the rescue theme of the dream into a brand new type of cologne and ripped off the logo for the London Underground.
Think it'll sell? I do. I really do.
Vince, do you think this scene is only marginally better than similar business-related scenes in Birdemic?
I do. I really do.
See Me Dance would like to interrupt their badly made cancer drama in order to bring you an equally badly made interpretive dance video. Just imagine if Christina DeMarco, who played Sherry, could dance. This bit could have been a trailer for Latina Swan. Coming soon from the asylum. I think the dance studio insisted on this to showcase their dancers, because I literally can't see any other reason for this to be here. You know, I've seen enough Paul Verhoeven films to know that this many locker scenes without a single tit is just statistically unlikely.
Do you want to come to teen night with me at my church?
Not tonight.
I can't believe you invited her to church.
I know. I've been asking her since the 5th grade, and she gives me a different excuse every time.
How dare that nice girl who's constantly being worried about your fucking well-being not be interested in your fucking church! Cunt. So Sherry decides that what God wants her to do with the rest of her life is lead her friend Allie to him. Right after this. Whatever this is.
Dad?
Yeah, I know.
What is it?
I have no idea, but call the Ghostbusters.
Hey,
Can we talk?
sure, what's up?
Hey, Cherie. You know, you're really looking good these days.
Okay, these are either 35-year-old high school students or this school is a really low standard for teachers. Anyway, Sherry uses her magic eyes to chase the bullies away.
Come on, guys, let's go.
I can understand you going somewhere private to talk, but where the fuck are you? And I just realized that one. Is she the lead from Bad Biology? Because that would make this even funnier. Oh, fuck. I knew it was too good to be true. So, with a fucking touch, Sherry converts her friend to Christianity, and this is where the rest of the film goes hilariously misjudged. As Sherry decides that what God wants her to do with the rest of her life is use her powers to convert people to Christianity. Whether they like it or not. They put sinister music over the dad realizing what's going on with his daughter. So someone involved in this worked out they were making a horror movie. And that they were the bad guys. Sherry gets attacked by the 35-year-old frontrunner for worst teacher in the school. I think it's an attempted rape, but because that's not the sort of thing they want in their wholesome mind control fantasy, we're left with him attacking her in broad daylight for no discernible reason.
Hold on a second. Hi, this is Vince. Hello?
And her dad's incest sense has told him she's in danger.
I'm gonna have to go. I think my daughter needs me.
don't know if the touch-based mind and soul rape is the most ludicrous thing in this scene. I mean, a fat 50-year-old is not Sammo Hung, is outnumbered by fit 35-year-olds, and is winning!
Save me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, huh?
Yeah.
So, God wants me to...
Recreate the invasion of the Body Snatchers!
Yeah?
The 70s one, where the humans lose!
Huh.
Dr. Crow loves you, Dad.
Oh, really?
Funny story, Sherry.
Sheree, I can't.
What, you can't do anything because you think I need you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, you do.
Well, maybe I need the both of you.
Besides, Dad, if you have sex with her, maybe I'll get better treatment.
You know what? You're pretty amazing.
Thanks. Some say I get it from my dad.
Whoever he is, because I look nothing like you. So when they get home, there's a crowd of people waiting for them. The 35-year-olds, Blondie, and their families. Because an attempted rape is something you talk out over coffee. Anyway, Christianity is contagious.
Sheree, all of my life I've been chasing money and running from God. And something happened to us that I just can't explain, and it happened because of you, Sheree.
It's an LTD! A love-transmitted disease.
When my son came home from school, I noticed something different about him. At first I was angry, even scared.
Also, this guy might actually be older than his mother.
This is so cool. But so weird. What do we do? I mean, shouldn't we do something special?
Well, dear, we weaponize it, sell it to the military-industrial complex and buy a majority share in God. Force him to make us immortal, and then we start our own planet as a new Adam and Eve. Dad, we're not Mormons! I'd like to say that I'm sorry for that cruel joke, which misrepresents the beliefs of millions of Mormons around the world. I'd like to, but I'm a cunt, so I'm not. You will dance, and you will like it!
Who's that?
That? Oh, that's David Boreanaz as Angel. Poor guy's fallen in bad times.
What's wrong? It's okay. It's okay. It's me. I know this sounds weird, Sheree, but it's as if God has chosen you. And if that's the truth, man, this is gonna tick off the devil.
You think that was the devil?
Oh, my favorite kind of pot! A dramatic foreground pot! Why the fuck would the devil choose to appear like that? Surely the devil would choose a much less threatening appearance, such as a young, kind high school student with enormous eyes. Surely the devil would work subtly as to try and change people's minds, to make them believe they'd become Christian when they hadn't, because they didn't really choose it, and in so doing trick them into never being saved. But nah, the devil has nothing better or smarter to do than stand around and look threatening for the benefit of no one, really. Now, I don't think this film is smart enough for this to be deliberate, but John Milton's Paradise Lost frames Lucifer as a rebel, a symbol of freedom against divine tyranny, and that's kind of what he's doing here too. He's trying to stop her from forcibly turning people into Christians. Not in the name of freedom, though, it's because he's the antagonist. Presumably he was chosen to be the baddie because he can't be turned into a Christian. At least under most definitions of Christian.
You don't have God's permission to be here. Yes, I do.
Well, that raises so many questions that the film won't even consider fucking answering. Hey, I just realized that the dad is basically old Christian Bill Hicks.
We're here at you, interrupting me again, you fucking...
It's gone. It's gone.
So finally, they go to see the usually off-screen Pastor Carl Weathers to tell him about what's been going on.
All right. This is what happened.
I don't think a low humming sound counts as language.
It's him.
Well, that was just fucking rude.
Get out of my house.
Fine, I don't stay where I'm not fucking wanted. Wait a sec. It makes so much sense now. They weren't talking to me. They realized they were in a movie and were talking to the camera crew.
This is where a lot of people will be at the same place at one time.
It's a battle of the bands, and the winner gets a record dealer. Something like that.
Now, most of the bands are secular, to say the least. But there is one, the Aaron Greer Band.
I know those guys. I hear them on the radio all the time.
1. Why would a shitty battle of the bands in a gym give it a record deal? 2. A Christian rock group with heavy radio play would already have a record deal. Why would they be at a battle of the bands? If not to steal the thunder from unsigned bands like Dix. Anyway, she's gonna go on stage and bring mind control to the masses.
Every single day, God's creation is going to hell, and it's really starting to piss me off.
He said HE double hockey sticks!
I'm sorry.
Now that the anti-devil force field is up, they decide to stay at the church. Hey, 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 hey! That is not how you use a fucking pillow! The anti-camera crew field's gonna take longer to get going.
This is all so... not me.
I'm more about dying and not having identity rape powers.
1 minute, my mind and my heart are full of normal stuff. Dance, boys.
Boys.
Daddy's jealous. At best, she's just started figuratively talking about the cock with her dad, and it is weird. This crowd is way too into this middle-aged man and fat Greg Proops combo. And bassist, have some fucking self-respect. Stand at the back and be forgettable.
Show off your tits and get off the fucking stage!
Those hellbound teens have been told, so it's now time for her local church. Look at all those people. One of us, one of us, one of us. Resistance is futile. One of us, one of us, one of us.
Well, you ready for this?
I can't believe it, Dad, but yeah, I am.
Holy shit, that room emptied out fast. I think someone warned them they're going to film See Me Dance and they ran for it. Sherry's talk is pretty much the sermon equivalent of John Cage's 433. And there we have it, ladies, gentlemen, those in between, and those who do not identify in any of the previously mentioned categories. J.J. Abrams' favourite shot of the film. So, with the might of a handful of teens and the people who go to church behind her, Phase 2 is going very well. What's Phase 2? Destroying the economy.
Well, in Variety, it says the next big 3 movies scheduled for release have been shelved by the studio executives. It reports that they say that they may harm family values and they're never going to release them.
Phase 2 is going so well, it's time to think bigger.
Well, how are we going to make this bigger?
TV. Just think of how many people we could enslave with that.
Vince, this is insane. You want me to give you a 30-second time slot in all these shows? On Thursday night? Yeah. Thursday night, prime time, the biggest viewing night of the week? Yeah, you are out of your mind. Now, do you need anything else?
Observe the ominous montage of dehumanization! Did no one sit the director down and tell him that his film is beat for beat recreating some of the most classically dehumanizing horror tropes of all time? From the point of view of the villains! Did no one point out that in order to be a good Christian in this film, you need to be brainwashed? You need to be assimilated in order to service Christianity? One touch is all it needs, then it has you! Was there no one with enough self-awareness to point out that maybe, just maybe, the film was shitting on the very concept of free will? As far as I can tell, no, they didn't. The road to see me dance was paved with good intentions.
Hey, Jeff, we got a problem with Bible study. We have to move it to the sanctuary.
Why? What's wrong with the fellowship hall?
Let me show you. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, director, we've got an issue with the mic and the audio's not recording. Should we reset? Nah, I'll just dub over some glockenspiel music and call it art. So, Sherry goes to her dance class, but no one told her that the building's being refurbished and so it's cancelled. The janitor lets her stay, though, because he's the devil and it's all part of his plan. His plan, which involves forgetting to wear his contact lenses and having her be alone in a room. Even though earlier we saw that he could bother her pretty much anywhere. You know, if the devil wanted to use the fact that that building is currently unsafe to kill her in an accident, I could see it, but nah, he just looks at her for a bit, while she forgets that she's a better dance studio in her house.
Why are we all here?
We're here to pray.
We're here to worship.
We're here to spread the word.
To be automata.
All of those answers are correct. Now, we must not go out as Bible thumpers, but we must go with peace, and we must go with gentleness.
Pastor, please, Pastor, here, Pastor! Can I perform lobotomies on the unbeliever heretic scum? And if not, why can Sherry?
Cherie,
I missed my bus.
come on. I'll give you a ride home.
So, this dance teacher, Satan or lesbian? Well, both actually.
Your phone doesn't work. How did you know I was at dance?
Remember a serpent disguised as a dove?
What the fuck does that mean? Remember a shitty horror movie disguised as a shitty family drama? And why are your eyes white? I kind of want the real house owner to wander in and find them. That would be fucking hilarious. You know, the longer I have to look at the devil, the more I'm reminded that this is a remake of Angel Season 4, where a dark-eyed woman used religious mind rape to try and conquer the world, and the only one who could stop her was a man who looked like a younger and more expensive version of this guy.
What do you know of hell, creature?
Good question. Hey, creature!
I've heard that they have an entire temple dedicated to Count Dracula's cock.
Oh! Contra-fucking-versial. Oh, fuck, she's still talking to an empty room. You know, this whole thing makes much more sense when you remember it's set in Pittsburgh.
You're such a loser.
Really? Oh, just cue Lordy. Well, that's the devil told. I hope you enjoyed the film's idea of an epic confrontation between good and evil. Because, you know, no one else did.
It's morning? I need a ride.
Hey kid, you need a ride. Let's ride.
You know, normally I'd remind her that she's been battling shape-shifting Satan, but that's former WCW wrestler Nikita Koloff, so she'll be fine. Oh, god damn it, I missed my ride. I wish I had devil powers or something. Stupid walking. So Sherry makes it to the church in time to record the message that will end human freedom.
And action.
I thought this was meant to be a 30-second bit.
A couple of years ago, I watched a movie that my dad told me not to because he knew I would be afraid. To this day, I'm terrified of men in black trench coats.
The Terminator! Okay, very good, See Me Dance. Peter Kent was only stunt double, so Satan appearing in his form makes sense, but fuck, that was stupid! She couldn't have been scared of something sensible like sunflowers. Anyway, the Terminator didn't wear a black trench coat, which you should know, Mr. Writer, because you worked on the film.
So the next time you see your fear, just give it to God.
30 of God's seconds are not the same as 30 of your seconds!
People often ask, if there's a God, why do people starve to death? God doesn't let them starve. We do.
We also let people die of hypothermia standing outside and waiting for church. And God has way more powers than humanity. If humans are to blame for letting people starve, then God is too. Much, much more so. Anyway, the gist of her speech is about the choice to become a Christian.
What choice will you make today?
Which is ironic because, you know, the film doesn't give anyone a choice. We hit Christmas and the whole world is now Christian. And not just Christian, but this film's unique brand of Stepford Christian.
Daddy, can I open one present? Please, please, please.
Fine.
Thank you. Mwah. I love you, Daddy.
I will remember you.
The excitement of being able to open a present was too much for her. Either that or she was just so pissed off that they got her a See Me Dank license plate instead of a See Me Dance. And woman cowering in the corner, you are a fucking doctor? Doctor something! So yeah, she is dead. Everyone's Christian, so God has no further need of her. And I assume this is heaven. Sherry dances in an outfit which is really impractical for ballet as her mother, who might be God, watches on lustfully. Earlier on I said this is one of the most badly judged movies ever made, and to give you some more details, it's currently the second most badly judged movie I've ever seen. It comes right after The Life Zone, a Christian anti-abortion horror film that manages to paint its own side as literally satanic. Tommy Wiseau was clever enough to re-release The Room and claim it was a comedy. If the makers of this had any sense, they'd change the music and remarket it as the demented horror film that it is. I mean, it wouldn't be good, but it would make more sense. The acting, filming style and writing have more in common with a terrible fucking sitcom than a drama. Or even a fucking film. Which makes sense given what Greg Robbins made his name in. The world's first Christian shitcom.
Did you know God is Jesus' daddy?
You know, I do believe I've heard that before.
And now he had 12 the pimples that helped him. Not the pimples, descendants.
This is tone deaf, badly structured, accidentally hilarious, and just full of bizarre choices. Even in the annals of weird Christiansploitation, this is a unique film. I'm D-Man Hagan, and I have to live with that every day.